If you're thinking about moving to South Carolina, you're probably asking some of the same questions thousands of people ask every month. Is it affordable? What's the best place to live? How bad is the traffic? Are property taxes as low as people say? And what should I know before making the move? That's exactly what we're covering today. South Carolina as a state has a lot to offer. And by the end of this video, you'll have a much better understanding of what life is really like here in South Carolina, specifically the Lowcountry region around Charleston, and whether it might be the right fit for you. Let's jump in. Let's start with the obvious question. Why are so many people moving here? Now, the answer usually comes down to lifestyle. People are looking for better weather, lower taxes, access to outdoors, and a slower pace of life. Here in the Low Country, outdoor living isn't something you do a few weekends. It's part of everyday life. Now, whether that's boating, fishing, or golfing, maybe you like biking or visiting the beach, or simply spending time outside, people tend to take advantage of the weather year round. The Charleston region has also seen significant growth over the last several years thanks to major employers like Boeing and Volvo, healthcare expansion, manufacturing, logistics, and technology. But if you ask most people who moved here why they stayed, they usually tell you the same thing. Life just feels different, a little slower, a little more relaxed, and for many people, that's exactly what they're looking for. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. That's great, Arturo, but where's the best place to live? And trust me, we're going to get there. But before we answer that question, we need to talk about something that's misunderstood by people moving here. What exactly is the Low Country? One of the biggest misconceptions people have before moving here is assuming Charleston and the Low Country are the same thing, and they're not. The Low Country is an entire coastal region of South Carolina where marsh meets ocean. Historic towns sit alongside growing suburbs, and completely different lifestyle exists within short drive of each other, each offering a completely different lifestyle. You can spend the morning in Lake Marion, have lunch in downtown Charleston, and finish the evening watching the sunset on the water. That's one of the things that makes this area so unique. You're not locked into one type of lifestyle. You have options. Beach communities, you have historic districts, golf course neighborhoods, master plan communities that are wonderful. What about lakefront living or even acreage with room to spread out? The challenge isn't finding a place to live. The challenge is figuring out which area fits you best. This is probably the most common question I get from people considering a move to South Carolina. And I got to shoot you straight, it's the wrong question. The best place to live depends entirely on the lifestyle you're looking for. One of the things that makes the Low Country so unique is that you can experience completely different lifestyles within a relatively short drive of one another. So instead of asking, what's the best place to live? Let's ask a better question. What type of lifestyle do I want? Let's start with coastal and historic living. If you're picturing yourself walking through historic streets, enjoying local restaurants, close to the shopping, entertainment, surrounded by some of the most iconic views in the South, then Charleston and Mount Pleasant should probably be on your radar. Charleston is really the heart of the Low Country. It's known for its rich history, incredible food scene, beautiful architecture, waterfront views, and a charm that's really difficult to find anywhere else. Living in Charleston often means you're being close to the action and immersed in a city that feels unlike any other in the country. Then there's Mount Pleasant. If Charleston is centered around history, Mount Pleasant is centered around the water. Boating, fishing, marsh views, waterfront dining, and easy access to some of the area's most popular beaches are all part of everyday life. For many people, Mount Pleasant offers a perfect blend of coastal living, convenience, and modern amenities. Let's talk about beach and island living because for many people moving to South Carolina, this is a lifestyle they're pictured first. If your idea of a perfect day includes golf cart rides, sandy beaches, ocean breeze, and sunsets over the water, then the beach communities may be exactly what you're looking for. Let's start with Folly Beach. Folly has a personality all of its own. It's laid back, casual, and known for its surf culture and local beach town feel. It's a place where nobody thinks twice about showing up in flip flops. Then there's Isle of Palms. Isle of Palm offers more upscale coastal lifestyle while still maintaining that relaxed beach atmosphere. You'll find beautiful beaches, golf carts throughout the neighborhoods, waterfront homes, and a strong family friendly feeling. Sullivan's Island offers something a little different. It's known for its small town coastal charm, local restaurants, historic character, and a close knit community feel. Many people are drawn to Sullivan's Island because it feels authentic and less commercialized than many other beach destinations. Then we have Seabrook Island and Kiowa Island. These communities offer completely different experiences: private island living, championship golf, beach access, equestrian facilities, nature preserve, luxury homes. It's centered around recreation and relaxation. For many residents, it feels like being on vacation year round. Now, maybe you're not looking for beach living. Maybe you're looking for more space, newer communities, family friendly neighborhoods, and a little bit more room for your money. If that's the case, let's talk about some of the growing inland communities. First is Summerville, known as the flower town in the pines. Summerville has become one of the most popular places for people relocating to the Charleston area. Many buyers are drawn to Summerville because it offers a great balance of small town charm and modern amenities, newer communities, and a strong sense of community. Then there's Goose Creek. I think Goose Creek is one of the most underrated areas in the Lowcountry. It offers established neighborhoods, growing amenities, convenient access throughout the region, and a strong sense of community. It's a place that many people overlook initially, but end up loving once they spend time there. Then you have Moncks Corner. As you move further in, the pace begins to slow down a little bit. You find larger home sites, access to Lake Moultrie and Cooper River, more out there recreation, and lifestyle there feels more connected to nature. It's a great option for those who are looking a little bit more space while still being connected to the Charleston region. That's really the point. The best place to live isn't Charleston, isn't Mount Pleasant, isn't Somerville. Best place to live is a place that matches the way you want to spend your everyday life. Because when you find your lifestyle and your location aligns, that's when you truly fall in love with living in the Low Country. Another question I hear all the time is whether South Carolina is affordable. The answer depends on where you're moving from. Someone relocating from New York, New Jersey, California, or even South Florida often finds housing more affordable here. But affordability can vary significantly depending on the community you choose. Charleston and Mount Pleasant tend to command higher prices, while areas like Summerville, Goose Creek, and Moncks Corner often provide more home for your money. The key is understanding your budget and matching it with the right location. Not every buyer needs to live 5 minutes from the beach. Sometimes a 20-minute drive can save you a significant amount of money while still providing the lifestyle you're looking for. This one surprises a lot of people. South Carolina generally has some of the lowest property taxes in the country for your primary residence. Now, for many homeowners relocating from another state, this can represent substantial savings each year. Of course, taxes are one piece of the equation. Insurance, especially near the coast, should also be considered. But overall, many people are pleasantly surprised by the ownership costs compared to where they're moving from. Now for the topic everyone wants to know about: traffic. Southern hospitality is a key tradition here, but for me, my Southern hospitality starts fading away somewhere on I-26. Now, all jokes aside, yes, traffic has definitely increased as the area has grown. A commute from Somerville into Charleston might be 35 to 40 minutes under normal conditions and longer during peak commuting hours. But context matters. If you're coming from Atlanta, Washington, D.C., New York, or South Florida, what we call traffic here may feel completely different from what you used to. And that's why I always tell people not to start with the house. Start with your lifestyle, start with your commute, start with your daily routine. Because when you match your lifestyle, your commute, and your daily routine with the right area, living here becomes a whole lot more enjoyable. There are a few things people don't always expect. People spend a lot more time outdoors. Golf carts are used for much more than golf. Neighbors actually tend to know each other. Boating isn't just a hobby here. For many people, it's a way of life. And yes, you'll probably see an alligator at some point. Don't worry. Most of them are far less interested in you than you are in them. The reality is that many of the things people love most about living here aren't the big things. There's a little lifestyle details that become part of everyday life. Is South Carolina right for you? The answer depends on what you're looking for. The Lowcountry offers historic living, waterfront communities, golf course neighborhoods, family friendly suburbs, lake communities, and everything in between. The goal isn't to find the most popular area, it's to find the area that fits the way you want to live. And that's where I help. If you're considering a move to South Carolina and want help narrowing down the right communities based on your goals, budget, commute, and lifestyle, we should have a conversation soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.